Yeah, bitch, it's finally here. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. Today I'm going to be discussing Netflix's brand new original film, The El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. Now, if you guys haven't been following me for a while, I'm a major fan of Breaking Bad. This is my favorite television show of all time. I got my Breaking Bad shirt on, and in general, this is actually the show that truly made me fall in love and really dive into cinema and analyzing it on every sort of level. This is the show that I dived into and analyzed every single character development, every sort of character arc, all the colors, anything that Vince Gilligan really did for the show. I went deep into this, and really, the El Camino, when I heard that this movie was coming out, I made sure that I was going to be rested up to watch it tonight and be ready to talk about it in a full review. Now, do understand this, guys. This is going to be a hard movie not to talk about without spoilers, so if you haven't checked out the El Camino and you're a Breaking Bad fan, go and watch it right now. But if you have watched it already, let's talk about it. And if for some reason you're watching this, you haven't seen Breaking Bad, what is wrong with you? Go check out Breaking Bad right now, binge it, and then go check out El Camino. And also make sure to go check out Better Call Saul, because that is an excellent prequel series. Of course, with the El Camino picking up directly after Breaking Bad, we all have the big question: was this a necessary film? Was this film what we needed? Did we need this at all? And for me, after watching it, I have to say that this is a perfect epilogue to the series of Breaking Bad. Also strengthens the whole entire series in general, and especially that last season, to such a tier. This picks up with Jesse Pinkman on the run after escaping Jack and the whole compound itself, trying to go on the run and trying to figure out what is next for his life. Vince Gilligan should definitely be acclaimed for directing and writing this film, because the pacing throughout this is non-stop. That 2-hour and 2-minute runtime went by like this. And another worry I actually had was this actually going to feel like a movie, or was this just going to feel like another extended Breaking Bad episode? It didn't feel like just another Breaking Bad episode, but what it felt like was, again, that sequel series coming into play and going into what is going on with Jesse. Talking about anything, we got to talk about that fantastic opening scene between him and Mike. Now, Mike and Jesse are my two favorite characters throughout the whole Breaking Bad show, and seeing that opening scene brought a tear to my eye. And speaking of tears and emotionality to it, I was very much emotional watching this. Again, it comes down to just Breaking Bad is one of my favorite shows of all time. Really watching this movie, you kind of hit all those beats again, and reminiscing what I just had rewatched for the 6th time just last week. It brought me into those tears because of a lot of different moments with it, whether it's that fantastic opening scene between Jesse and Mike, or even going further into the Breaking Bad universe and actually diving into all these characters. We were going to bring out people from the show and of course going to cameos, but I didn't know to what extent. I knew we were going to get Skinny Pete and Badger. You gotta have them. They survived. They're Jesse's best friends, and their dynamic in the start of this was great. Got him on the run, got him started up, but it's where the movie started to actually go with Meth Damon himself, Jesse Plemons Todd, and also Jesse himself. Of course, the show had a weird dynamic with them already, but this movie actually really furthers that out even more. One of those dynamics that I felt like I wanted actually more from the show got put into this movie, and actually again strengthened what the show had done. The use of flashbacks in here, again, is different, but worked so well, because sometimes when movies do this, or even television shows, sometimes the flashbacks don't feel like they are necessary in here, but within this, it is perfect. One of the cool parallels I actually noticed within this relationship was when Jesse goes to Todd's apartment and he sees the tarantula. There's some cool parallels to that with how Jesse's kind of Todd's pet, and how Todd has the spider for a pet as well. It's unique in its own right, and again, that has to be something that goes into Vince Gilligan's mind when he is directing stuff like this. Speaking of Todd's apartment, my god, there are some excellent shots in here, and throughout the whole entire movie itself, there are fantastic cinematography moments too, but really that whole apartment scene was really unique and kind of took me back to some of the earlier Breaking Bad days. And I did freak out when Robert Forster showed up, because I love him as an actor, and just for the small amount of screen time he did have in the last season of Breaking Bad, it was fantastic to see him in here, back again as well. I was actually kind of surprised not to see Saul in here at all, to be honest. I have a feeling, but what we will see in the end of Better Call Saul season 5 is that we will get to see some of Jesse and Walt in there. I think there is one thing that I do have to mention, even though I'm a major Breaking Bad fan, and I absolutely, if you can't tell, I love this movie. I love what they did with the El Camino. I have to say, we have to address the inconsistency with some of, obviously it's been about 6 years since the show ended. We have to talk about how some of the characters do obviously look different, either older, bigger, skinnier, and we have to kind of go with that and say, yeah, there are some inconsistencies there, but still, it wasn't enough to bother me. Once I got locked into this movie, I was locked in, I felt back into the Breaking Bad world, and I never wanted it to stop. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on the El Camino, make sure to comment down below and let me know what your favorite part of this movie. What did your guys' thoughts on it? Let's talk about it down below in the comments, guys. And of course, guys, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button because I do tons of early movie reviews like this on a daily basis. I love talking movies, and we do tons of geeky content over here on a daily basis. You guys want to check out movies early? Make sure to go check out Sandwich on Films down below. And of course, a big thank you to all my Patreon supporters and of course you for watching this video. El Camino Breaking Bad movie surpassed any expectation that I could have had for this. My expectations were through the roof, and I'm planning on going to see this in theaters tonight again. It's about as perfect as any epilogue to Breaking Bad could be. A film I never knew I needed, but now I can't imagine the show without. And with perfect pacing, perfect directing, and all around excellent. Aaron Paul, you are seriously the man, and yeah, bitch, this is the movie I wanted. There were great flashback sequences in here, ones that really most things can't do well, but it paralleled it greatly to what was going on in the show. It lifted and elevated the series to actually another moment, even strengthened how great that finale was of Breaking Bad. Aaron Paul again, fantastic. And man, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about that the man himself, Walter White, did show up for a fantastic flashback sequence that I did feel like was needed. I was waiting for it to happen. The second it happened, I had all these little butterflies go out there. I'm like, yes, there's the man. Even texted my friend right after because we were started at the same time, and I said, dude, he's here. Of course, the other flashback with Jane was great as well. I loved this movie. I love the El Camino. It was everything I needed. I'm surprised that I'm actually not more tired than I am, but this movie kept me awake. It kept me paced throughout it. Jesse is seriously the guy. Vince Gilligan is the mastermind, and everything within inside the El Camino was fantastic. I can't wait to rewatch this. I can't wait to analyze it. And with all that said, I'm going to give the El Camino an A+. If you've never seen Breaking Bad for some reason, I don't know what's wrong with you. You definitely have to go check it out. Curious, of course, to hear you guys' thoughts on the El Camino. This is going to be a very unique talk about this. I hope I'm maybe not in the minority. Again, I might be one of the first reviews out there. It's going to be a fun discussion with that said, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, though. Make sure to comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are. And, of course, some of you guys might be wondering, how is this a Breaking Bad shirt? Yeah. The RV's right down there. The blue meth's floating in the sky. And again, what a perfect capstone to this series. Thank you guys again so much for watching this. And of course, until next time, stay classy.